Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have started paper number 13 in organic chemistry, in which we have seen unit number first, coordination chemistry. We have completed part first and we have started the part B, that is thermodynamic and kinetic aspects of metal complexes. In this lecture we will see stepwise stability constant and factors affecting the stability of complexes. So first we will see stepwise stability constant. So higher the value of equilibrium constant for a reaction, more stable is the product formed. When the equilibrium constant shows higher value, then that complex is a more stable. Then there are two types of stability constant. First is a stepwise stability constant and overall stability constant. Then what is stepwise stability constant? When M metal reacts with ligand L, we are getting complex ML. Then constant, that is K1, which is known as stability constant. K1, that is the ratio of concentration of reactant divided by concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. So K1 is equal to ML divided by concentration of M into L. In second step, ML reacts with another ligand, we are getting ML2. Then K2 constant is equal to concentration of ML2 divided by concentration of reactant ML into L. When we continue the reaction n times, M L n minus 1 plus L giving rise to M L n. Then stability constant is equal to concentration of M L n divided by M L n minus 1 into L. Here K1, K2 up to Kn are known as stepwise stability constant. So this is the phenomena takes place in the calculation of stability constant in stepwise manner. Then second type is the overall formation constant. Suppose metal reacts with ligand, we are getting metal ligand complex. Then overall formation constant represented by beta, and for this first step, that is beta 1 is equal to ML divided by M into L. Suppose M reacts with two ligands, we are getting ML2. Then overall formation constant beta 1 is equal to, here beta 1 instead of beta 2. Beta 2 is equal to concentration of ML2 divided by M L square. M n L n times L, we are getting M L n up to n. Then beta n overall formation constant for nth reaction, M L n concentration divided by M in and L raised to power n. So here beta 1, beta 2 up to beta n are known as overall stability constant. Then by comparing this beta 1, beta 2 and beta n with respect to K1, K2, Kn, we concluded that beta 1 is equal to K1, beta 2 is equal to K1 into K2, and beta n is equal to K1, K2, K3 up to Kn. Then by taking log on both sides, we are getting log beta n is equal to log K1, log K2 plus log K3 plus log Kn. So by using this equation log beta n, we can calculate Gibbs free energy, that is delta G minus 2.303 log beta, by using this equation. Then next we will see factors affecting the stability of complexes. In multiple choice question they will ask the multiple choice regarding the factors affecting the stability of complex. So one by one we will see. That is, first, nature of metal. Metal means central metal ion. First parameter is a charge. That is, complex formation is essential reaction between metal and ligand. Metal and ligand reacts with each other, we are getting metal complex. Therefore charge on central metal ion is important to check the stability. More the charge on central metal ion, greater will be the attraction for the ligands, and hence higher will be the stability. So in one sentence, higher the charge, higher the stability. and these are the log of overall formation constants values which are given in the table 1.3, which explains the effect of charge. As charge 2 plus log k value 14.3. As charge increases, stability constant increases, so stability increases. Similarly, in cobalt, charge increases, stability increases. Vanadium, charge increases, stability increases. So overall charge on the metal complex increases, stability of the complex increases. Then second parameter is the size. As stability of complex increases with decrease in size of the metal ion. Smaller the metal ion, then higher is the stability. Size is assumed in terms of radius of central metal ion. Thus charge to radius ratio play important role in determining the stability. So in case of size, that is smaller the size, more is the stability, that is reciprocal proportion. Then third parameter, charge to radius ratio. If the central metal ion has higher charge and smaller radius, that is if charge to radius ratio is more 1, then that complex is a more stable, that is charge to radius ratio is more, then complex will be more stable. Then charge to radius ratio is also called ionic potential. If charge remains constant and size increases down the group, that is first group, as from lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So here then stability of the complex decreases. So lithium smaller size, more stable as compared to cesium. And another phenomena is copper plus forms stable complex than K plus because of small size of copper plus as compared to K plus, because in copper plus it shows 3D 10 electronic configuration, and due to Pagen's rule it is a stable one. Then in case of CFSE, that is crystal field stabilization energy, has certain effect on stability. CFSE, as crystal field stabilization energy increases, then stability of the complex increases, and this is the atomic number of the 3D series 20 to 30. Then nature of ligand. Ligands shows first parameter charge and size, then dipole moment and polarizability of the ligands, then basicity of the ligands, then pi bonding effect, then crystal field effects, then steric factor, then Chillet effect, which play important role in determining the stability of complexes. One by one we will see. In case of ligand, charge and size. More charge and smaller size of the ligand may form stable complex. First sentence is very important. More charge and small size. So here F minus forms stable complex with many metals. The halide complexes of many metals have been studied. For most of the, that is stability order is F minus, Cl minus, Br minus I. In multiple choice question they will ask the order of formation of complexes with stability, and this is about the charge and size. Then dipole moment and polarizability. During complex formation there is electrostatic attraction between metal and ligands. So more polar the ligand, higher will be the attraction between metal and ligand, the stable will be the complex formed. That is stability increases when ligand attract electrons towards itself, or ligand create dipole, then stability increases. Then next parameter, basicity of the ligand. Basicity is the measure of electron pair donation capacity of that ligand. Higher the basicity of ligand, more stable will be the complex. So here CH3NH2, that is stability constant 3.34, but here as the electron donating group increases, their stability also increases. Then pi bonding capacity. Pi bonding formed by back donation of electron density by metal to ligand, which forms stable complexes. So the ligands having vacant orbitals capable of forming pi bonds, then trimethylphosphine S minus minus I minus or CO CN minus, which are having vacant pi star antibonding orbital. So there is a formation of ligand to metal bond, and also through metal to ligand pi bonding is possible, and the complex will be more stable. For example, in FeCN minus ligand to metal pi bonding and FeCN minus metal to ligand pi bonding takes place. Then crystal field effects. As crystal field stability energy CFC, which plays important role in the formation of stable complex. Higher the CFC, then more stable will be the complex formed. This is very important syntax. As CFC increases, stability increases. Then next is a steric factor. If there is a substitution of bulky groups either on donor atom or nearby ligands, then stability decreases due to steric hindrance. As ligands, for example NH3, will form stable complex, but when there is a bulky groups on nitrogen, then there is a steric hindrance and stability goes on increases. So steric hindrance decreases the stability. Then another example, that is oxime 8 hydroxyquinoline, then 2-methyloxime, 2-methyl bulky group. In the example, that is second bulky group is substituted nearby to the donor atom. So this is a donor atom, nitrogen, and hence stability decreases. As bulky group introduced, the stability of the complex decreases. So here, when oxime is introduced in the complex, in case of nickel and cobalt, then their log beta values are higher, but when we make complex with 2-methyloxime, then log beta values decreases, that is their stability decreases. Then stereochemical requirement for ligand also affect the stability of complex. For example, NCH3 CH2 CH2 NH2 thrice, that is triethylene compounds will forms triethylene tetramine. This type of compounds will form stable tetrahedral complex but unable to form square planar complex. But another complex, that is NH2 CH2 CH2 NH CH2 CH2 NH CH2 CH2 NH2 will form more suitable square planar complex with the ligands, central metal ion, as compared to tetrahedral complex. So stereochemistry of that chelating metal and ligand is very important to show the stability. Then another point is the chelate effect. So complexes containing chelate rings show extra stability than similar complexes without rings. For example, that is tetramine cuprate without ring, complex without ring, and but this is a bis ethylene diamine copper second ion, which is a more stable because it forms rings. There are 2 rings, so it is stable. So in both the complex A and B, central metal atom is same, copper 2+. Donor atoms are 4 nitrogen. Charge on the complex is also same, 2+, but only difference is ring structure. In B, complex is formed, hence it is a more stable than complex A. So chelate effect can be explained on the basis of entropy change. For example, in case of CuNH3 2+, there are and 2 En. Overall total ions are, this is a 1 complex and these are 2 ethylene diamine groups, so there is a 3. But in case of this, there are total ions are this complex 1 and 4 ammonia ions, so there is a 5. 3 moles of reactant produce 5 moles of product. That means increase in particles from 3 to 5 results in positive entropy change in the case of physical chemistry, that is delta S, which in turn adds to the negative delta H minus value which gives more delta G naught. So delta G naught is equal to delta H naught minus T delta S naught. So this value increases, or delta G naught is equal to minus RT log K. Thus from equation 1 to it is clear that more the entropy positive, higher will be the stability of complex. So as ring increases, stability increases. We concluded that. And more than 5 number of atoms in the ring of complex, that is when there is a 5-membered ring is formed, then that complex is more stable. Then we will take one example, that is calcium EDTA chelating complex, that is calcium central 1 combines with ethylene diamine NCH2CH2, that is CH2CO minus CH2CO minus NCH2CO minus NCH2CO minus will forms, which is a ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, which is a hexadentate. So there are 5-membered rings. How many 5-membered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this complex there are 5-membered rings will be formed, and it is a stable. In multiple choice question they will ask, in calcium EDTA chelating complex how many 5-membered rings will be formed, or how many heterocyclic rings will be formed? Then 5 is the answer. So this is overall about the thermodynamic and kinetic stability of the complex, or factors affecting on the stability of the complexes. So thank you all of you for listening this.